quite mentally taxing.
Hmm.
I think the speed, like this game's probably a little bit slower than fighting games instead of like the speed you have to react to stuff.
Yeah.
But the number of decisions you probably have to make is very high.
Yeah.
And that in itself is just, it's mentally draining. If you got to play, you're getting this far into the bracket, you're playing a lot of damn sets. So it's understandable.
And they're long sets, man. Like,
yeah, these
game
aren't
5s can go for like 30 minutes.
These aren't 90-second rounds, you know? Like,
Yeah.
these games go for minutes every time.
Yeah, that is pretty wild, actually, when you think about it. Wow, these dares are actually kind of like... Okay. I really like Bradley's usage of that top town and city platform.
I'm going to try and keep my bias of this stage off. There's a lot of utility for a lot of characters here, though, you know? A lot of unique interactions. You don't really get it elsewhere. No, it's also not just because things move and it's janky, but like even the platform layouts, having the really high side platforms is quite unique. He's a bit too low, I think.
Yeah. Sriks does not make that back. It's cool.
Min-maxed the damage there at least. But, ooh.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
chomps. Dude, the chomps are so good. They're such a great combo ender. When you think about like the actual damage of chomp, like it's not just the damage you do to them, but it's the damage that you heal. So it's actually a move that's doing like over 15%.
Yeah, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that may add to WAF timer as well. Like reduce the timer.
I think only eating objects.
Is it only
reduces,
objects?
Yeah, reduces WAF timer.
So, okay, I guess the sound's only from him healing.
Yeah, the sounds from him healing. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, looking pretty clean.
Yeah, DD is just
This is a
really good.
Really good stage for Wario, actually, because you can kind of camp out. Just sort of farm for waft, effectively, if you need to.
I guess that is something about this stage that some people are not really a fan of. Oh, and into the bike. Doing so much. Sriks now on 70. Oh, and he's got a bit too low. DD with the 3-star.
Yeah, that's a 3-star. You know, you don't expect to see that too often at this point in the bracket, but Bradley's feeling himself.
Yeah, he's he didn't even waft, I think. I think there was no waft.
No waft.
Still had gas in the tank.
Yeah, well, he did let it rip at the end.
Yeah.
bit of BM, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, man.
HB, I think this will be a little bit better for Sriks. A bit more condensed.
Oh.
Like I just like this layout a lot more, I think, for Sephiroth.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's
still got space, but it's harder for Diddy to try and like camp in the corner.
Oh, he's just jumped into his mouth. All right. I mean, oh yeah, that fair just like hit Didi and the bike that he spawned. Nice. I like Sriks just kind of. Oh, what?
Oh, I wonder if that was intentional.
The F smash?
Yeah, it looked suspect.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't intentional, but regardless, Sriks dropped the shield and Didi got that first stock.
Ooh, yeah.
And here's something for Bradley.
All right, you got the good hit. If you're gonna hit that that counter with anything, that's the move, I think.
Oh,
Not
and
dying.
Was that quarter waft?
It didn't look like half, did it?
Yeah, I think that was quarter waft.
Because half surely kills at that percent.
Yeah, and he's just got another flash, so I think that was quarter, and he's got another quarter on deck now as well.
I think one of the flashes is when he's got the bike back.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, why does Wario flash so much, man?
Yeah, it's like really tricky to keep track of.
Okay. DD's been extra good at using that dare. But it's like RNG, whether you get the spike hitbox or the regular hitbox.
Yeah, one sends up, one sends down.
That's pretty funny.
Ooh.
Nice. And now DD looking so comfy here. A stock up. And you know what? He probably will have waft since he only used quarter so early.
It's not far off.
Yeah, if this ends up going a bit longer, he'll be able to get that full waft still. Oh! 50%.
That's insane.
Throw the bike above him and then just like bring the pressure. Like up air, the bike lands on the shield.
That's not even like the default bike stuff either, you know? Like, the awareness.
Yeah. Well, Sriks is sick of the bike. He's getting rid of it. Ooh, okay, bike on the ledge. Here's a cute little ledge trap. There it is.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Let
actually.
it rip.
I'm liking the small ones from DD. You know, he doesn't need the big fart.
I think in some cases it's easier to have a half waft, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like, the situation.
It comes out faster, right?
Yes, that's the thing. So instead of having like a frame tight combo, he can do this thing that's just like way easier.
Mm.
Whether that situation comes up as often, that's another story, but it's just interesting, you know? Having these tools in the kit pretty much summarizes Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
You know? What's the stinky cheese that you've got sitting in the back?
It's actually true. It's weird. Actually, I was thinking about this the other day with Zelda as well. So, like, Waft is like 3 different moves. Just like all in the same move. And same with Phantom, right? Like, Phantom is like 4 different moves.
Yeah.
Like, the hitboxes are all different.
It's true.
Like, it's just odd.
One's
Just
like a
weird.
really good anti-air, like the one that's not fully charged, where it goes over the top down.
Yeah.
And then the other one is just like, it scoops from under, like the fully charged one. It's just
Yeah.
like, you can actually, there's a lot of utility here.
It's weird, but it is just like having 4 different moves in a weird way. But we've got the Roy coming out here, so
Yeah. I think the Seph is not, what's the word for it? It's just not working today.
yeah.
At least in this matchup.
Nice. Jab F smash. Jeez.
Look, read the roll.
Here we go.
Super Space Brothers.
I like the patient Roy. I like that.
I think these characters are interesting because they both have like high air speed, but the mobility is just completely different, right? Like Roy's just committal in his aerial approaches, whereas Wario can like drift back forth. A lot more mix-ups.
Yeah. No, it is really interesting. Wario Nair, one of the weirdest moves in the game. It's got like the 2 hitboxes, like the early and the late, and there's like some space in the middle.
The first one's like actually quite unsafe, and it's just not. I think at this level it's fine. Like the top players, they seem to punish it a lot more, but a lot of the low mid-level players, they just kind of sit and shield. And then the second it's like way safe in comparison.
Okay, well look, this is even, so it's looking a bit better than the last games for sure.
I think Roy has that factor, the X factor. It's a little bit easy to execute in this matchup.
But I mean, speaking of X Factor, DD flashing brown with the waft. There it is.
That's crazy. I like that. Sometimes you gotta let rip the up Bs.
Like the Wario ones or the Roy ones?
No, the Roy up Bs.
Yeah. It's actually just like crazy good.
Having armor, and it does like 20-something%, is really, really good. And you can just call out some options that, you know, if they're pressing too many buttons, you can say no. It's my turn.
You can sneak out of a lot of like non-true sort of combos like that as well. You're getting peppered by any of the you know, weird things.
Yeah.
Things like Mega Man pellets and I don't know, box stuff.
Well, this is Def %. Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Damn,
That was
jab, F smash.
I don't know if that was like the super strong hit, but it was definitely not the weak one.
Yeah, strong enough. Wario's belly kind of... Yeah, it must have been a strong one, right? Like, what percent was DD at?
It was like 45 at the jab. So before the jab, I think it was 45.
That's so cursed, actually.
It was pretty full on. You're just like, damn, dude.
Dying at 45 from a jab. Yeah, I don't know if I subscribe to that ideology, actually.
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a, you know, like 100% enjoyer, you know? Like,
Yeah, like,
feel like I get to play the game a little bit, maybe?
I don't know if that's, like, I don't know if we should allow that in future.
We'll have to just see what decisions they make in the next game, if there's a next game.
Damn, that's, yeah, I mean, look. Sriks is still on the Roy. He's waving his little hand around. Bradley taking a deep breath, trying to hype himself up.
Yeah, you gotta.
And he's, you know, Bradley's looking a bit younger. I think his hair's, you know, kind of back to how it used to be, and clean shaven. He's let the facial hair go. Gotta say, I think the facial hair probably needs a couple more years for Bradley.
I think it's tricky. It's one of those things where it's like, you need to grow it, and you have to constantly shave it, and it's not worth it.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Lucky that Sriks didn't have to eat, you know, another 40% thanks to bike and up air.
This is tricky because the space that you want to be in against Roy, if you just miss, you're in the sweet spot zone.
Yeah.
Which is like the opposite of what you have to do with Seph. You know what I mean? Because if you get close to Seph and he hits you, it's like generally not going to do too much.
Yeah, Seph close range, like you cop a nair and it's like fine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like whatever.
But this first stock is going to kind of... There you go.
Yeah,
it's big.
dictating the pace now. I think... Yeah.
Ooh. The up B through the bike, I think.
Oh, anyone. One chomp.
That was a crazy match then. That's crazy though. 50% of extra credit's pretty good for DD.
Can't complain, especially with Waft on deck potentially.
Sriks now looking a bit slippery.
Yeah, trying to get a half Waft before it's full.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Another 10 seconds.
Setting up the bike.
Yep, that's just a...
Oh, is he dead?
He's dead. But they're both dead.
Okay.
And Bradley has Waft.
And he's eating the bike. Yeah, Bradley has Waft in one stock situation versus Wario with Waft. Maybe not great for Sriks actually. As long as he can stay alive. But like 40%, this is kill percent with full Waft.
You can't punish that up there.
Interesting that Bradley didn't use Waft to recover actually.
I think he values it more. The potential is just too good.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. On the other side, yep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Full Waft. It'll make it happen.
That was really big.
Yeah, so DD takes that. 3-1.
Look, the Roy, like, definitely put a dent in his armor, but I think he just looks so comfortable.
Yeah. I think he's pushing for that #1 spot. I think